Hey guys, let's talk about The Fall Guy. Hey guys, back at the desk. That was really random, and back at the desk again for another review. And yeah, so I'm glad that I'm actually, getting in a better flow of posting things. Hope you guys have been enjoying the sketches. I need to raise the views on those things because that's where my niche is. I love doing those, and I just think it's fun, and I'd love to see where that goes. Well, it parallels my work in the film industry. I'm confident this channel can go somewhere despite YouTube's efforts in the past and recent events to, push back on me and just pick on me more. But enough on that. Time for this review. So, I saw this film, dang, it was last month now. Oh my goodness, I'm making these things way too late. But The Fall Guy is still in theaters. But guys, I really like this movie. I think it's a very nice, change from the other horrible things that have come out of Hollywood as of recent. Of course, not Dune. Dune Part 2 was, phenomenal. But yeah, I think it, and especially me as like a filmmaker, I really appreciate this movie given the nature of the characters. I think it's amazing how we have a movie about filmmakers out this year. It makes me really appreciate stunt work even more so. I've worked with stuntmen before, but I really, really want to go to stunt school. I need to get into stunt school. I think it's a great skill to have, and I think it'd just be fun. I know it's a lot of hard work, a lot of dangerous work, but, on the outside, stunts look really fun to do, and excuse me. This movie just really, solidified that for me. I really want to go to stunt school, and so I hope that's a possibility in the future, maybe if I have enough money one day in time. But anyways, I really enjoyed this movie. Oh, by the way, there's probably spoilers up ahead, so watch out. So it's about this stuntman named Colt who's in love with this camera operator named... Oh, I'm trying to remember her name. Jodie. Ryan Gosling plays Colt, and Jodie is played by Emily Blunt. Two phenomenal actors. Emily Blunt was recently in Oppenheimer. I haven't seen that movie yet, and Ryan Gosling was just in the movie Barbie last year. Haven't seen that one yet either. It's kind of funny. You have like Barbenheimer face off here. It's just, I thought that was interesting. But yeah, so Colt was this stunt guy that fell in love with a camera operator named Jodie, and then he gets into this accident, quote unquote. More on that once you actually watch the movie. So after Colt gets in this accident, he kind of lays off the stunt work, and he thinks he let his girlfriend down, and then he all of a sudden out of the blue gets a call back to come on Jodie's first movie that she is directing. Yeah, eventually he faces the music, and he's like, okay, this is what I'm born to do. I need to get back into this. So he goes on set and doesn't hit it off right away when he sees Jodie again. Jodie is still mad that he kind of just like jumped off the deep end and hasn't been talking to her all this time. And so it's a funny scene, like when they see each other again, and expresses how mad she is. They slowly work their way back into getting to know each other again. But come to find out, Colt was actually called on set because the producer needs him to find out what happened to the lead actor, who is played by Aaron Taylor Johnson. Another interesting actor. He was Quicksilver in Age of Ultron, and he just recently was filmed for the movie Craven, which is coming out later this year. It's been postponed so much, but yeah. So Colt goes on this mission to find out what happened to Aaron Taylor Johnson's character, who is Tom Ryder, a famous actor in this universe. He ends up finding out that it's like a trail of a lot of shady people and a lot of murder going on. He ends up finding Tom's stunt double that was on that movie with him. He finds him dead in a bathtub. And so then it just spirals into a mystery of finding out where Tom Ryder went, why he's involved in all of this, and eventually finding out that Colt was set up from the very beginning. And I think this movie was set up pretty well. And there's a lot of stupid moments, but it was a really good, funny movie. And I'm kind of biased because it's about filmmakers and it's about people in the film industry, so I'd give it a 10 out of 10 if I'm being honest. But I really like this movie. I think Emily Blunt and Ryan Gosling have a great dynamic on screen together, and yeah, I think I get his name. Aaron Taylor Johnson as a villain was a really good choice. What I liked most about the movie, let me see. I liked a lot of parts in the movie, if I'm being honest. I think it was funny, but I also kind of cringed on the part where Colt uses a car rig to jump on the helicopter. I was kind of cringing because like that thing would probably break if an actual person was like holding onto it. I liked at the end how they gave tribute to the original series of The Fall Guy, which was a show like back in the 80s, and they had like Lee Majors show up at the end. I think that was a perfect cameo. I really loved the oneer that they did at the beginning of the film, where Colt's just walking through set and all the way to where he's gonna do his stunt. I think it's cool how they pulled off that oneer. I noticed things like that being a filmmaker, so great job with that oneer, guys. I liked all the action sequences in this film, and how like just as a stunt guy he's getting in all these circumstances, and I think the comical action was a really good touch to this film. What I didn't like, nothing I can really put my finger on. I mean, obviously, like the language, it gets annoying sometimes, but still, it was a good movie. Other than that, yeah, I think The Fall Guy was just a phenomenal. Other than that, I think The Fall Guy was just a phenomenal movie. And did I say that right? Phenomenal. Yep. If you haven't seen The Fall Guy, go watch it. I recommend it. It's really good. Okay. Alright, guys. God bless. Thanks for watching.